Hello, everyone. I am Baptiste Raffin. I'm the editor-in-chief of The Messenger, and this is Meet the Messenger, a new show that we're launching where I, and starting next week, my co-host Aubrey, we will interview staffers from The Messenger about their job at The Messenger. And for the first episode, I am pleased to be joined by I want to say new, but not yet. You're not done with me just yet. The upcoming, when I'll be graduating, upcoming editor in chief of The Messenger, Sammie Magee. Hi, Sammie.
No,
Did I pronounce your last name right?
you did.
God. I was scared. I was making my sentence in the middle. I was like, is it McGee? I was like, okay, hopefully.
It- yes.
So, Sammy, you've just been chosen as the upcoming editor in chief of The Messenger starting in August. Well, you start working behind the scenes before that, but starting in August then. Before we get into how you joined The Messenger and all that, can you introduce yourself? Tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. This is currently my second semester here at JUCO, and I love it. I was homeschooled from second grade all the way up until I graduated, and now I'm at JUCO, which has been the greatest choice ever. I heard about the messenger from Michael Humphrey when I took his photojournalism class, and he was like, "Hey, you should join this." And I first thought he was crazy, but now I'm very glad that I decided to join. I took an interest in journalism because I started a toy drive for communities that have experienced gun violence. I started it when I was 15, and I just wanted to be kind of, I guess, a good journalist after seeing all those families experience bad journalism after that type of shooting. So I've just been obsessed with journalism ever since, and I guess stuff about me, I'm a crazy animal person. I have cats, dogs, mice, fish, guinea pigs, and they're like my favorite thing in this whole world. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, I just learned about all the animals yesterday and I was surprised.
Yes.
You joined the Messenger. At first you were, well, you're still one of our staff reporters. How has that experience been like? What did you learn? And also there's some of the stories that you worked on that have really been like really important for you and you really liked working on?
Yeah, I feel like my messenger story was kind of crazy because like when I was hired, like first of all, I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to be freelance." And then you and Aubrey like took a chance on me and hired me, which I'm so thankful for.
And we're
Um
very grateful that we did as well.
Thank you. I think it was like my whole like OCD deadline speech that got me that, and I really afterwards I was like, well, I went on for a while about that, but hopefully it worked. Um, but my messenger story is kind of weird because I thought like there would be training to begin with, but then I just kind of got thrown in, and you guys were like, "Hey, you go cover that No Kings protest," which was awesome.
What was it the first story?
Yeah, I
Oh,
I had the Clear program, which technically was my first assigned story, but then
okay.
I had the preview for No Kings, and then I had to cover No Kings, which by myself, which it was insane, and I loved every second of it. I met so many cool people, and I gained so much experience from like reporting on the field like that. And honestly, at first I was really scared, but now looking back, I wouldn't have it any other way because I would have overthought it so much otherwise. And it's great. With stories, I wrote that one mental health one with Maya over break. And I really enjoyed that one. I was really intimidated of it at first because it was such a big story. But after talking to the people we interviewed and after talking to students, it really made me realize how important that story was. And I'm definitely really proud of it.
Yeah.
And probably my other favorite story would be the Jean-Claude story. I was like, I love mascots. I love mascots. I feel like I was waiting my whole life for that story. It was insane. I'm so
Yeah.
glad Chastity was there to film that
Yeah.
for social media because like Jean-Claude, he's incredible. I never see him anymore, and I'm really sad about that, you know?
I, 2 years almost at this institution. Maybe I've seen him twice. I don't know, but it was a really good story. I love the social media post that went with it.
Thank
So,
you. I had so much fun with that.
and one story that I remember from you, which is a different type of story because it wasn't as much reporting, it was more you telling your own story about the toy drive in a very interesting and moving article that you did for us before Christmas. Do you want to talk a little bit more about your experience with the toy drive and how you came up with the idea?
Yeah, so started it when I was 15 after the 2022 Robb Elementary School shooting in Uvalde. I've been a Girl Scout since kindergarten, and one of the victims was a Girl Scout. So I just kind of had that Girl Scout sister kind of pull to help. And at the time, being 15, the first thing I could think of was a toy drive. So I started it completely by myself. It's my own 501(c)(3). I really don't have any volunteers, and I do it by myself still. But between 2022 and now, we've done 3 toy drive events in Uvalde. We've seen over 800 Uvalde families come through these toy drive events. We've taken care of the survivor families, like with groceries and birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, stuff like that. We've done 2 angel trees at Christmas time in Uvalde. We did a toy drive after the Kansas City Chiefs parade shooting, one after a car accident in Lewisburg, Kansas, one after a boy was killed in Pleasanton, Kansas, right before this last Christmas, and one in Kerrville, Texas, following the flooding. So we just try to carry on the legacy of the 21 victims from Robb Elementary, and our slogan is kind of like we're honoring the 21 one toy at a time.
Mhm.
So it definitely gave me really great like leadership experience and just I guess maybe more of a people person from a pretty young age, just being able to work with a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's impressive what you've been able to build at such a young age. I mean, starting at 15 is very impressive. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
So you have been selected, chosen, hired. Have you been hired? Well, I don't think you need to go through paperwork. You've been selected since you're already at the messenger. You've been selected as the upcoming editor-in-chief. Can you first share with me and the audience what made you want to apply for that position?
It was another one of my weird messenger experiences with Professor Michael Humphrey, who I love dearly. Um, I was in his photojournalism class, like not long after I started with the messenger, and he's like, "Hey, in the spring when those applications come out, you're gonna apply for editor, right?" And I was like, "Why?" Like I just started here, and he was like, "Oh, no, you need to apply." And I was like, "Okay, for managing editor, right?" He's like, "Oh, no, you're going for editor in chief." And I was kind of like, oh, okay. So he just kind of stayed on me with it to apply. And I did. I love working like in leadership roles and I guess like kind of maximizing my potential with stuff.
Mhm.
And I love stressing myself out with stuff and doing the most that I can. So as soon as I knew that that was an option, I really wanted to get that experience because it's really a once in a lifetime type situation because obviously like I'm going to KU after JUCO.
Yeah.
That paper is a lot bigger than JUCO. So I'm like, okay, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to be able to do it. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy. I didn't know the backstory of it because we have a similar story. I was in his news writing and reporting class, and I had in mass media the previous semester, but that was in the spring semester last year. And I don't think I had ever written a thing for the messenger yet. I don't think I was even like fully hired. And he was like, when the editor-in-chief application opens in later in the spring, you should think about it. Like talk with Elizabeth, who was the editor-in-chief before me. He was like, okay, I haven't started yet as news editor, but okay. So it's crazy that he spots us, I guess, and kind of encourages us and grateful that he does.
He
Um,
just has like an editor sense to him.
yeah, yeah. So what are you? So now you've known the news for what, like 2 weeks now? It was right before spring break gave it to you. What has made you the most excited since then and about becoming you always say you're going to become me and I don't wish that for you next year but what makes you the most excited?
What makes me the most excited to become Baptiste? Um, I I guess I'm excited for like trying new things and the trial and error of it. my joke answer is I'm excited to terrorize Mike. Uh, but I guess I'm just excited to see how everything works because I have so many ideas and I'm
Mhm,
excited to work them out and see how it all is going to fit together. And I'm
mhm.
excited to see what ends up just completely falling apart. And that's all a part of it, of going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
school. And so
yeah. And speaking of ideas, you might not want to share like everything you have, but is there a way or direction or like some things that you like to implement that you already know and would like to share for your starting next year?
I really want to get the messenger out there more. So I'm gonna have to be really obnoxious on campus now and go up to every person I see and be like, "Do you know about the messenger? It's pretty cool." So I'm excited for that, to really get it out there. And then I want to work on possibly using Studio B for students that are interested in broadcast, like myself, because I feel like um, we don't really have a lot of opportunities outside of writing.
Mhm,
Mike was mentioning radio, which that's going to be
mhm,
really cool
mhm,
to experiment with. I really want to like work on sports more, doing like athlete spotlights and team spotlights when the seasons start.
mhm.
Uh, but yeah, I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
anything else I'd want to share because it's still just right at the beginning of things.
Yeah, and if this show works, maybe you'll take over this show. I don't know. You'll take over
Hey,
my spot.
I
And
love
but you talked about because you talked about television. Sammie is our local celebrity here. She's been on like at least two of the local channels.
Actually, I have gotten KMBC, KSHB, KCTV, Fox 4,
So far.
2 in Wichita. I've been on the news a total of 30 times.
Wow.
I've gotten stuff in Texas. I've been in the Kansas City Star, Miami County Republic. So it's
Yeah,
pretty
so you've
cool.
done all four local channel in the Kansas City market. So it's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
Yeah. So we have, before I officially hand you the baton, and apparently we're planning on me really handing you a baton. We'll have to find that. We'll document that for social media. We have, I believe, 6 weeks left, which is insane. You're already starting to work on what's next for you, but you're also continuing to work as a reporter. Like again, you're not getting rid of me yet. Uh, what are you looking forward to this next few weeks, whether for both like your reporting job and also you had, I think, your first meeting with Mike to talk about next year. So looking forward to preparing to then be ready for the fall.
I'm really excited to continue like coming up with ideas and meeting with Mike,
Mhm.
though I made a mistake of picking lunchtime to meet with him because he gets his spring rolls and he takes the wrapper off the spring rolls and it's really scary. But I'm excited to continue working with Mike to brainstorm some ideas. I'm excited to brainstorm on my own. I already have my Google Doc of ideas, so I'm excited for that. And I'm really excited to have like my last like less than 2 months of being a reporter
Mhm.
because I've had so much fun and I'm sad to be giving it up, but then like I'm really
Yeah.
excited for the future. So I'm really just soaking it all up of my crazy days of running around getting interviews for my stories due on Friday. And it's gonna be sad, but I
Yeah.
mean, maybe I'll have to get there every once in a while and do like a video for social media and that kind of stuff, social media report.
And do you plan on, I mean, I knew when I came into the job last year, I said, oh, I'll still want to write and like I'll write as much as possible. And I think I wrote like I wrote one full article since starting as editor in chief because there's so many other things to do. But is it something that you hope you're going to be able to continue to write a little bit as well?
I would like to try to write a little bit, but I might take more of a focus on doing more videos for social media or doing
Okay.
stuff in Studio B if that's where we go. I could
Mhm.
podcast, doing
Yeah.
something podcasty.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, I won't have any like English classes in my next semesters, so maybe I will write because I'm gonna miss it because I love to write. So,
Yeah, it's true that we're developing more now. We're trying new things with social media and all that. So you might get a lot more fun, like trying new things and doing a little more on there. And you'll also have the new, I don't know if we can share it. It's the first episode. Let's have an exclusive on it. The new state-of-the-art facility newsroom to play with and like a green screen and all that. So you'll get a lot more things to try, which I'm sure you're pretty excited about.
Oh yeah, one thing that I'm going to try to convince Mike of. I want to do election coverage in the newsroom. I want to do like the stay late with boxes of pizza. I know that doesn't really matter to the normal student, but it's going to be really fun.
Do you want to like do like live coverage online, like
Oh yeah.
stream it? You'll have like a big board and like the guy from what's it called now? MS Now, Steve Kornacki, like here in this, if you zoom like in that person's home, you know what they voted for.
Yes, that's going to
Yeah.
be me. And it's going to
Yeah.
be absurd.
Yeah, I will. You know what? I will have two screens come November to follow you and the national parts if that happens. And I might drop by just to see. I mean, you won't get rid of me. I'll come see the new office, of
Yes.
course.
I would
Of
be
course.
so sad if you didn't.
Well, yeah, maybe I'll come when you're not there. I don't know. I'm
Wow, I was
kidding.
just about to say, like, wow, I'd feel like you'd hate me if
Because I'll be too jealous that you got the new office.
hey, I have to share with Mike though.
You
So,
do. You do. You do. You think they're gonna be okay for you?
I mean, considering the jokes that I always make to Mike and
Hmm.
you know, it's gonna be kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll find a schedule. But you're not there when he's there.
I'll power through.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, is there any message? Because so we're, of course, being a 2-year university, we have a lot of turnaround for our staff every year. So you're gonna get some of the staff that's come back. You're gonna need new staff, and that's a lot of what you're gonna have to deal with in the first few weeks. Is there a message that you want to get out there for people that are not part of our staff yet, but are watching, listening to this, and if they want to join the messenger?
Join the messenger. That's my big thing. If you're thinking
Yeah.
about it, at least apply, because it is working for the messenger has been like my most fun time of my life. I've loved it so much, and I'm gonna miss all my friends so much, but it's a great experience, and I really want others to have that same joyful experience. I hope I will be as good as Baptiste. I might be very mean with deadlines, but that's just because that's how I am. But
Mhm. Yeah.
um, it's going to be really fun. I'm going to do some really crazy things, and you know, I really want everybody to have that experience because
Yeah.
we're going
And
to have
you're
so
good.
many different options.
Yeah, and you're gonna get to kind of also create the positions that you want. I know that we've just opened the job offers for managing editors, so you're gonna make decisions pretty soon, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make decisions.
You want to like do like a mean laugh before like ha 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 ha, ha, I'm getting something like that.
Oh, I get to choose the fate of people now. It's
Uh,
really scary.
if people disappear from the messenger next year, you know who's responsible. Yeah. She didn't say I was it wasn't right.
It's like
Anything.
Aubrey, how
Yeah.
people have been disappearing now. I think it's
Yeah.
Aubrey.
Yeah, we haven't seen Seth in a while.
I
So
know. I think Aubrey has done it,
yeah.
Me
Yeah.
and her are like the
Don't
same.
don't worry, I saw him yesterday, people. Uh thank you very much, Sammie, for joining me on the first episode on of Meet the Messenger. Starting next week, we will have other staff members join us. Sammie, maybe you'll join us again. I don't know. Maybe you'll take over. Next time you'll be on that show, you'll be on that side of it. Well, not really here, but you know what I mean. And yeah, wish you the best of luck for next year. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it and have a little bit of time to enjoy it left. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Baptiste.